Welcome to Married to Portuguese. On each episode, my English-Irish husband, Bob, and I discuss and laugh about our life and adventures in the Portuguese culture.
Bon dia.
Bon dia.
I mean, bon dia.
Bon dia.
Gotta do the other.
Yeah, bon dia. Well, we figured since we're sitting here, we just finished recording one, we'd like, oh, you know what? We forgot to talk about this and that.
Let's have some fun. So I saw something on Instagram this week, and they were talking about what's the most Portuguese thing you have in your house. And I forgot the channel, but it is a South Korean woman who's married to
A Portuguese
a
man.
young fellow who's Portuguese.
Yes.
And so the most Portuguese thing in her house was a bidet. And it was just, it was a very funny video because she called it like a mini sink.
It's a mini sink. She called it a mini sink.
When you're too tired to stand and you can drag yourself
You can
over to
grab
the
on
mini
the
sink.
on the floor, wash your hands on it and whatever. And I'm like, oh, people just do not realize.
Well, she's just being funny.
I know she's being funny, but we all know that there are a lot of people who think a bidet is a foot bath. Is that true or not true?
No, it's not necessarily wrong. You could wash your feet in.
You could wash your feet, but that's not the intentional part of a bidet.
Well, we don't have one.
No, we don't.
So that
we don't
does-
have room for it in our bathrooms.
Right. So,
But if we had room in my bathroom, we would have one. Just saying.
okay. So, I was thinking then, what is the most Portuguese thing in our house besides you?
That is true. Mm-hmm. Can't get more Portuguese
So,
than.
what do you think is the most Portuguese thing in our house?
Oh my God. There's so much.
Well, what is the most Portuguese of them? Yes, I know there's so much.
I mean, I've got pictures all over of Portugal and the Azores,
So, lots of photographs and paintings.
paintings, lithographs.
All right, but those aren't really, those are reminders of Portugal, but they're not necessarily Portuguese.
I've got the roosters everywhere.
Okay, now I think you've got it on your second guess. So we counted it one time,
Okay.
and we were up around 24, I think, safely.
Maybe. I'm not saying anything.
Okay. 24 roosters. Some of the tallest one is like waist high. Big rooster.
Huge. It could be a toy for a child could sit on it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And so we had to institute a rule.
Oh, yes. We had to institute a rule.
Which is,
If I buy a new rooster,
if one comes in the house, one has to go out of the house. So we stay at this level of rooster. Okay.
yeah. Or one comes in the house when you don't see it. And it's hidden for a little while, and then it sneaks out for a little
So
bit.
maybe the most Portuguese thing in our house is the sneakiness.
No, that's not it.
Oh, it sounds like it is.
That has nothing to do with our culture. No. I just love, I really do. I love, I go through stages in my life. And there was one time I was all about cows. No, pigs.
Pigs when we get married.
Pigs when we got married. Pink pigs. It had to be specific. It had to be pink. So I had to have, my kitchen had pink pigs everywhere. And then I'd find, and everyone knew I loved pink pigs. So all of a sudden I would get things, gifts being gifted to me with pink pigs on it. I mean, keychains, shirts, skirts. I mean, you name it. It would have ornaments, just everything. Fill in the blank. You would get. I had it. And then I reached a point where I went, okay, I'll keep my favorite pink pigs, but I really love cows. So then I went down the rabbit hole of cows.
Yeah, but you didn't go as far down with that.
Not as much as the pigs.
Right.
So, but I went there and down to...
Which isn't the Portuguese word for cow, vaca?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Look at that. Very good. Good
So
job.
in Portugal, do the cows say moo? Or is it a Portuguese word?
No, they say moo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's universal.
Huh.
Yeah.
We could learn from the cows.
Oh my goodness.
Cows have a universal
you
language.
are being fresh now. Okay. So
That made you think.
I did. And so we went all in. I went on all in with the cows. And even down to my brother-in-law, who knew I loved cows so much, when he came back from the Azores, actually brought back a cowbell that was attached to from a family farm that they gave him, and of course he gave me. So even I still have it, which is wonderful. And yeah, and then all of a sudden I went into roosters.
Well, you get tired of the cows.
Yeah, I kept a few of the cows.
Styles come and go.
Yeah, it does. But I have been on roosters now, I think the longest.
Yes.
The longest.
Forever.
I mean...
It feels that way.
Yeah. Lawton! The truth is
In a
coming
good way.
out.
In a good way.
Oh, too late. Too late.
Forever in a good way.
Too late. So I like them. I think they're great. I think, I've got some that are from the mainland. I have some that are made in or roosters painted with the blue and white. I have the traditional black with the red design, the hearts and all of that stuff from Brussels. I have funky kind of things, like, as long as they're roosters and they hit me the right way, I pick it up. And that includes dishes and mugs and just, I didn't go as crazy.
Espresso cups.
Oh yeah, the little Portuguese espresso cups. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Down to little food picks that we have. The I know it just goes on and on and on, but I can't help it. There's worse things in life than having a...
Name 3.
But I have toned it down. I have toned it down. I did.
Well, we ran out of space, quite frankly.
Well, yeah. And we've come into a point in our life right now that I want to get rid of things. I want to get, I want to, we've told our daughters, anything that we have in the house.
Yeah, sadly they don't want it.
Yeah, they don't want anything. We're like, whatever you want, let us know. Take it, enjoy it. And they're like, oh, no, we're fine. So so for all of us who are thinking, oh, I'm going to save this for my daughters or my son, they're going to really like it or want it.
No, it just doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So yeah, I guess that's the most. What do you think is the most? That's what I think is the most.
Well, I mean, that's clearly the most Portuguese thing we have in the house. But we have bowls.
Oh, yeah. Bowls.
Unfortunately, we ran out of room in the cabinets.
I love bowls.
We have so many bowls.
And I love bowls specifically made from Portugal.
Yes.
And that are hand painted as well. Oh my goodness. And as well as dishes from Coimbra, as well as dishes from, up north, from Trás-os-Montes. I as well as dishes from the Azores. I really love our craft work.
And they're beautiful.
Do.
I'm not saying they're not beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we don't have room for more of them.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And linens. I love linens.
Lots of linens.
Lots of linens.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that are hand-stitched and that the cotton and the linen comes from Portugal, even better. Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plenty of those.
Yeah, I do.
Not so much. I'm separating out pottery. We don't have a ton of that.
No. But what we have is very special to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like the things that look like the Charisse Bombero holder.
Yeah.
That style of pottery, the more rustic.
The terracotta ones.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the terracotta. I have a few of those. I have some plates and some trays and all of that stuff. That doesn't mean that. But I've got more of the painted ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some of the big crocks. I said larger crocks. That,
Oh yeah. I love the huge, the very large bowl that is used when making sweetbread, the
Oh, it's a
masa.
honey.
That to me is like, that's just like my grandmother would use and my mom would use.
Big, heavy.
Yeah. I love it.
I guess bowl is the word for it, but it
Yeah.
seems so much more than
It's much more than that.
more than that.
Yeah, but I guess our house is filled up with a lot of Portuguese stuff.
A lot of Irish stuff, English stuff too.
Yes, I do like English stoneware. I do.
I was kind of being facetious. I
No.
can't think of anything we have that's English or Irish.
Do you want me to open up the cabinets and show you?
I'm afraid it'll all fall out. No.
We have transferware. I love transferware. So we've got all the blue transferware. Those are all made in England.
Coincidentally.
All the pink transferware that I have,
Coincidentally.
all made in England.
If it were from France, you'd still like it.
Yeah, I would.
It's not because it's English.
No, but I specifically liked it because it was English.
My people made it best. Right.
Sure.
That's true.
So yeah, so that is the most Portuguese thing. What is your most Portuguese thing you have in your home?
I'd love to hear what that
Yes,
is.
let us know. Tell us what you have in your house that's the most Portuguese. And you can't say your husband and you can't say your wife, even though we are.
I've already used that joke.
Yes, so you can't do that one.
So what don't we have that you wish we had? Besides the bidet.
This that's there that I wish we had here?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny is that we can pretty much have anything that's no, it would just be the bidet. Yeah,
Just the bidet.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be the only other thing. Because I think everything else, if we're able to get it, we get it.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully. But yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, because I agree. I think otherwise, I'm thinking what else would be like the most Portuguese thing? Foods, wines, stuff like that. We can get that. We're lucky, right?
We're very. That's what I was saying. We're very lucky.
Here we can go and get that stuff.
Yeah,
So.
where we live in the Northeast, we're surrounded by Portuguese markets and Portuguese stores and all that stuff. So even though there are times where in the Azores that we go, oh, I'd love to bring this home, and then I go, oh, no, I don't have to bring this home. I can just buy it at the market.
Right.
Or, I can mention it to, whatever, if they can get it for me or whatever.
Or the market ships. So there's that too.
There is that too. So again, we're very lucky on that part. But yeah, so that, folks, is the most Portuguese thing. In the meantime, I want to make sure we let everybody know before I forget. We are doing something very special through Mother's Day. I had some books delivered to our house. They were overages that the printer had printed up that didn't go to the distributor, that instead came here to our home. So we have a very limited number of book 1, if I'm not mistaken, but we also have limited number of book 2. And because these are overages, I am putting it out there. We're offering it at a really very reasonable price. And we're going to be doing this through Mother's Day. I figured it was a way to thank you all for everything, for all the support you've ever given me. And this was my way to give back to you guys as well. So, and they come personalized with they come signed. And if you need them personalized, let us know. But you can find that on our website. And I also want to say thank you to everyone who watches our YouTube channel and sends us messages.
Yes, thank you.
And I try to respond to all of them. If I haven't, I apologize. But I really appreciate it. So if you have subscribed to our channel, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes.
If you haven't, please do.
Yep.
Very easy to. And if you like what you see, share it. Share it with your friends and family so that most of what we do gets shared and goes everywhere. which is wonderful. So,
That'd be great.
yeah. So thank you again.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'd love to hear your ideas for topics. Ciao.